And the riders are off. We have 60 minutes of racing here. It's about 10.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We got the state championship crit here in Denver, Colorado at City Park. This is a crit that's been going on for a number of decades actually, and really excited it's back on the calendar this year as the state championship race. It's a pretty long course, about 1.6 miles, and winds its way around Denver City Park. Today I had two teammates in this race. This is my second P12 race, and some of our goals for today were survive. We had some ideas on how to execute something at the finish or cover moves that were going to obviously go up the road, but a lot of this was just trying to hang in. Lots of strong people in this race, so stay tuned, see what unfolds. Okay, going to talk a little bit more about the course here. Because it's on these kind of wider roads and paths, it's not very technical. There's this one corner right here that was a little bit more than 90 degrees that, forced people to kind of slow down and then accelerate out of. As you can see here, I had to spike it up just to stay back in the group. And even then, I started letting gaps open, so I didn't want to go too hard on the first lap. But this course has this kind of long, wide back straight with a couple really mild bends before kind of a final corner back towards the finish. So I'll let this run for one lap and check out the course, and we'll get into some things that happened during the race. So this is the final corner into the start finish, and here I decide, well, no one from my team's up there, I need to cover this, at least be involved. So I spike it up pretty heavy here. This is the first lap. I'm kind of regretting this decision already, but we wanted to make sure that we were represented in any move that had this many people for sure. So that's what you got to do. We have a small group. There were some other teams here that had, 3-4 people, and then Primal Audi Denver had 10 people or so. So it was an interesting dynamic, to say the least. Alright, so 10 minutes in the race here. It's been kind of surgy, fast and slow. Another attack goes really strong here, and we're not in it. I'm in pretty good position here to try to cover, but it's moving quickly. This Cliff Bar guy is easing up. I think his teammate's up there. So I decide to attack across. I remember this. I looked back and was pretty much towing the whole field, which is not great, but we needed to get someone in that move. This is the risk you play, like letting things go up the road, not being in it. We can't chase everything, but we also we can't let stuff get away. And there's been a lot of races this season here in Colorado where the brakes have stuck, and so we need to make sure we're trying to be involved. So luckily more folks pull through here, and it's kind of comes all back together again. Okay, not even a minute later, and I found myself on the front again, trying to close this move down, and I'm thinking, I'm totally spent. I need to like not do this. Fortunately, other people decided, yeah, this is dangerous, or let's close this down. And you'll watch here, like people come motoring past, and then it like all comes back together and like slows way down. And this is where you can really try to recover. And I decided I'm going to go to the back and get in the group, and need to rest up for a little bit here and stay in the draft and not be trying to cover stuff. And then right here, you notice it fans out. That means it's slowing down, and easy to like coast. Now we're coasting. No one knows what's going to happen, but you got to be aware there's probably another attack about to go. But luckily, because it's so wide and there's so many folks here, like you can kind of just sit in and it'll accordion out, but you can stay in the draft and not have to accelerate at 1,000 watts if someone does decide to attack. So time to recover. We'll see what happens next. Okay, so a few minutes later, it's going really fast, single file here, and you can see that people start coasting. We're coming to this back to the start finish, and I just kind of move around people at either coasting or very little watts, and this is a great kind of situation where you can move up a ton of places. So here I gain 25 at least places, and just kind of sneak up here. There's a little bad pavement people don't want to ride on, so take the inside here, come right up with Steven on my team, and boom. But back at the front, don't really want to be on the front, but at least if attacks go again, I can be closer to the front and lower risk. Okay, we're about 12 minutes till the end of the race, 4 laps to go. Not a ton of stuff happened in the big middle section. There were definitely a number of attacks, but everything got brought back. Everything was covered pretty quickly. There's plenty of people and bigger teams that had people to spend chasing stuff down, and folks really wanted this to, seems like, come down to a sprint. So I've been trying to not waste energy, trying to stay near the front, not cover stuff unless it seems really, really dangerous and no one else is willing to. At some point here, I talked to Mike on the team, who were both like, not feeling so good. This has been really hard. So we're just trying to hang in and see if we can get a good position for the final sprint. Okay, bell lap, it's all back together. This has been hard. At this point, I'm thinking if I can just not get dropped here, that would be great. I am really tired. I don't know where Mike is. I think he's just behind me. But I'm just trying to maintain my position as much as I can and see if there's any opportunities to move up and try to see what will happen in the sprint. So it's very chaotic. There's no team that's taken full control, and so I'll just let this play and talk about my thinking here in the last lap. Okay, so right there, Cliff Bar guys were talking to each other, and the sprinter said, "Hey, I'm here, Joe, I think." And so I thought, this is going to be somewhat of a lead out. This would be a good wheel to follow. So I would slot in on his wheel and try to maintain this. I figure they should be able to move up and position their sprinter in a good spot. Unfortunately here I kind of lose the wheel a little bit. And it starts to go real fast on the backstretch here. And also at this point I'm looking up and going, man, I'm like 20th wheel. I'm so spent, and I'm just going to try to survive. what if I could get a top 10? That would be amazing. That's what's going through my head as I keep giving up wheels and, you know, pushing 600 watts. But then all of a sudden it coasts again. It kind of slows up, and I'm trying to move up again on the left here. So as there's no real control at the front, it's kind of surging back and forth. I see the Cliff Bar guys on the right. I'm like, bummer I can't get over there. I'm just going to try to maintain where I can here on this backstretch. People start yelling. It's going real hard here for the last corner, and I try to just stay in the group that I can. Take those last corners. It's only 200 meters to go. I figure at this point I can open it up. I get this nice window on the right, and I just stand up and go as hard as I can. I start passing people, which was shocking to me. I get right next to the car sprinter and bike throw, and I look up and I'm like, wait, I think I just got 5th place. So that was really exciting to me. I was shocked. I ended up winning $50. First money I've ever won in a bike race. So thanks for watching. Really excited to be racing this year, and more content to come, I'm sure. Cheers.